"Why, Anna, you have returned," said Morgen upon seeing me, her berry green eyes bright in contrast against the drab that cloaked the world. "It is so good to see you, sister." She was as sincere as she could be, yet I knew the words were out of courtesy rather than true compassion or feeling. My half-sister's cold affections for me were no secret. Still, I would have settled for a quiet neutrality, but the daughters of Gaulois never had seen me as an equal. "The Queen of Orkney returns at long last," said Merlin, his voice carrying over the rain, and I shivered. I heard the words of my prophecy when he met my eyes, as fresh in my mind as new ink on parchment. "Through all the ages, and in the hearts of men, you will be forgotten." I trust the journey was not too difficult, though it was undoubtedly trying. You wear the distance on your face. I gave the best imitation of a smile I could, but felt a twinge in my lung and coughed rather unseemly into the crook of my arm. "You're soaked through," said Morgen, bringing her horse up beside me, reaching up to touch my face. Her fingertips were like fire on my skin. "And you're burning up. How long have you been out in the open? You should be in the caravan, sister. You're not a servant." "It is stifling in the caravan," I said, but it was not the only reason I opted for the saddle rather than cover. Annette, one of my woman servants, was recently with child, and I did not want her in such inclement conditions. So the previous day I gave up my seat for her and insisted the medic, Jane, stay with her. It was a small covered caravan, and certainly too cramped for three. Instead of elaborating, however, I continued, "I am surprised to see such a greeting. I did not know if my herald arrived in time to—" Even before I finished speaking, out of the corner of my eye I saw Culver wink at me, grimacing. I fell silent, knowing I had made an error. Culver cleared his throat and turned the attention from Morgan's embarrassed face as he said, "Merlin and her ladyship are on their way to greet King Pellas and his entourage. They are arriving for Lou's tournament. It is a happy accident we've come upon one another for such a fortuitous reunion." "Of course," I managed, glad for the fever to cover the blush creeping into my cheeks.